Welcome back, Star Pilots! Pardon the interruption in our irregularly scheduled programming. This is the first episode of 3 in our NYC X-Wing 2015 Regionals Tournament coverage. I am Yiggy, tu amigo Jos.
And I'm Cal Neuvost. Today we have both of our neighborhood commentators with us, and you know them as Mike IG88E Kaufman and John the Champ DiMaggio. How you rebels doing?
I'm doing good, guys, and I'm glad I'm here to do this with you.
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having us.
No problem, man. We were at All Things Fun in New Berlin, New Jersey on May 16, 2015, where 60 pilots tempted fate in the vacuum of space.
This is the first round of the top 8 elimination bracket. At the top table today we have Hunter Lin representing the DC meta on the left. He was one of 2 undefeated pilots coming out of 5 rounds of Swiss. Hunter was the first seed with a margin of victory of 844 out of a possible 1,000. Jesse Tonke is on your right. He's the 8th seed, having gone 4-1 in Swiss.
He happens to be 23 points ahead of my well-endowed Han list, sitting pretty at 10th place. Cal here made it to the top 8 and was actually playing against the 2nd seed. I wish you luck in that game, buddy.
Thanks, man.
So Hunter is flying a classic Fat Han. Well, Jaws is really familiar with this list. I believe he's running almost an identical list at this tournament. He has Predator and Gunner to maximize the offense, 3PO to be game-breakingly efficient, Boost, and the Falcon title. He's accompanied by 3 Bandits, and that leaves him with a 2-point initiative bid.
That's 98 points. Mike, can you check that math for me?
It looks like it seems to be pretty good.
Good math, everybody.
Good math.
And so Jesse seems to be flying 4 B-Wings with fire control system on 2 of them, and then 2 of them also have flechette torpedoes. Didn't really expect to see munitions here today, so what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, flechette torpedo is basically a control element, so you're guaranteed that stress. I think it's more for that than anything else. Right? We're not really looking for damage from it.
Right, so here we have the Z's moving up on the middle of the board, and Han taking a 4 forward with a boost right, and there's actually fire here coming in, and the 2 B-Wings on the left shot at Han, and Han shot at them, and I believe...
looks like we have a B-Wing that lost a couple shields.
Yep.
And Han seems to be perfectly fine.
Right, yep, sounds good. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, this everybody's pretty familiar with this, with Fat Han by now. It's high offense between Han's ability, Predator, Gunner. I mean, you're very rarely going to miss. And then the Falcon title and 3PO combination is absurd. If you evade every turn, you're canceling 2 damage. And if he can just get shot by 1 B-Wing at a time, I mean, that's an easy game. So we'll have to see, how... James, or what's his name? Sorry.
Jesse.
Yep. If Jesse's able to point all the B-Wings at Han, that's what changes the game.
Yeah, that's the key. Getting all the shots on him on one round, because he just becomes too evasive if you only have one guy shooting at him at one time. So, it looks like the Z's turned bank 2 left, and
We'll see if the Bs can make the turn here, be able to still try and get a shot on Han this round. Taking a 2-turn with the front 2. We'll see if that is the same with the back. I don't think he'll be able to do that, so that might be a pretty limited shot selection.
Yeah,
Right.
It's going to be tough to get around. He kind of... I probably didn't expect Han to race in so quickly, because that leaves him in this weird position where he kind of can't get the whole group of B-Wings around that rock. And there's no way Han is going to get shot by those 2 B-Wings that are going 1 forward right now.
And here we already have the B's splitting damage, or not maximizing damage efficiency, rather.
So I appreciate that Hunter had to ask to read the Flechette torpedo card, because...
would we be able to say what it was, John?
I have so rarely seen it used.
Yeah, right.
I'm not the person to ask.
Yeah, so Flechette Torpedo, I believe, says you spend your target lock to perform the attack. It's a 3-dice attack at any range, and regardless of whether the attack hits or not, if you have a hull value of 4 or lower, you receive a stress.
Right.
So at this point in the game, that is useless against Han, and probably will be. So I'd be surprised if we see any use of the Flechette torpedoes at all.
It would surprise me too. That's why
You wouldn't drop one on a Z?
I'd rather fire 3 dice at it. That's I mean,
give a chance to one-shot versus do 1 damage.
Yeah.
3 dice with a
Fair,
focus is better than 3 dice where you have to spend the lock before you perform the attack. So we'll see what happens here. All right, Han's gonna shoot range 3.
Yeah, that was a great boost, by the way. It looks like he just barely got out of range of that back B, and now he's going to get just one shot on that front B, and that's exactly what he wants.
Perfect.
Yep, that is the way to fly against these Bs.
Unless
Just
he might have
target
been
one
out
at a
of
time.
range.
And was he out of range?
Might have been.
He didn't
Because he's
shoot him
he's
yet.
shooting. Yeah, he just got boosted out of range.
Still not bad. Like, if he can just use the Zs as sort of fodder, whittle down a few Bs, and he has Han against 2 B-Wings, I mean, that's not terrible. He can arc dodge all day. And especially with this board, he's just got all the room in the world to kind of do what he wants. I'm actually really surprised the board is as is. They both seem to want to go towards the, spread out board, have all the room to maneuver.
As indicated by those asteroids.
Yeah, they're just all in the corners.
If you can tell where they are. the corners and the left side and the bottom middle.
Yeah, I think that 2 of those that I'm zeroing in on are actually not in a great position for Han, who looks like he's completely out of the fight for another round, because he has to go forward through those. He can't turn around. So I wonder, this is kind of a chance for those Zs to get savaged by the B-Wings, who are very capable of doing that in a short amount of time. So we'll see what's left of these Zs afterwards.
Yeah, it's one of the things about boosting big ships is that, like, you have an immediate gain this turn of basically not getting lit up by the Bs, but like you said, his next 2 turns are really scripted here, so a little, like you said, worried about the Zs is getting torn up, and then it's just going to be Han against 3 or 4 Bs. That might not go as well for him, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, so the Zs are moving 2 forward and focusing. No attempt to block here. So maybe with a couple, with a 4 forward, he might have been able to block that front B.
Yeah, you think maybe 4 forward on one of them, and then the others hang back a little bit.
Right. But staying together in its mini swarm has the benefits of being able to shoot at all of them being able to shoot instead of just bumping one. And
point and shoot, got it.
It
Cool.
seems like Hunter has initiative because his Z's fired before the B's. His hope might here, rather than blocking, might be to just pound that lead B and hope, with a couple of range 1 shots that he either crits it, gets into hole, maybe takes it off. I mean, it's not going to go off the board. It's going to shoot simultaneously, but still getting rid of it might be his priority here.
And Hunter has initiative, so it wouldn't matter as far as. It would matter.
Yeah.
He still would get it simultaneous.
Yeah, it's going to be simultaneous no matter what. But it's still nice to have that ship that is dead or maybe critted. You always get lucky sometimes. Yeah,
I think it takes a lot to get into crit range on B-Wings. You have to do
damage
first.
One of them is missing a bunch of shields, so we'll see how that goes.
The B-Wings have banked in, coming to engage the Zs. Looks like everyone has a shot on everyone here. I think I'd take the B-Wings in the math
the
wing here.
Yeah, B-Wing, is a pretty devastatingly efficient ship. The Z is as well, but 3 against 4, that's a terrible matchup when you have 100 points of B-Wings facing off against 30s, or 36 points of Zs. Efficiency doesn't really matter at that point.
Han here is going to navigate this rock, and instead of boosting, he's still considering boosting, or just taking the 2 turn and boosting in a little faster, but we're going to take the boost here. And this actually gets you a little further away.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I really think that boost is necessary.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary to get out of firing arc, so just being cautious, I guess.
He might think or feel that puts him in a better position when he turns the next
and
round.
for the future turns, right.
Gives a bit
Yeah.
different angle.
Yeah, different angle, so going across the board instead of diagonal across. Or, yeah.
But like you said, Han's out of the fight here, and
Yep.
It's a bit worrisome because these Z's are about to get just rocked by these B-Wings. I mean, provided, let's see how the dice go, but
Not well yet.
Yeah.
it looks like he's at range 2 with those Z's in the back, which is probably not what he wants.
He's got to
ideally.
hope that he can one-shot this B right here, basically.
And that's 3 hits. Let's see if he rolls.
No,
Nope!
It's a dead B.
B goes down. The range 1 from the Z's
Oh,
do
wow.
3 damage and take out that leading B-Wing. So we have our first casualty.
It still gets the fire.
But he still gets the
And
simultaneous.
he's got a target lock and
Yeah.
a focus. So.
See, that's
So that's 2 hits and a crit, and a focus to make it 3 hits and a crit.
And I know a lot of people are in favor of the
And a blank! Oh,
my
one-shotted Z. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's great for those.
I know
B-Wings.
entirely too well how that feels. In the last regionals, which was actually the Massachusetts one, my Z got one-shotted in 3 rounds out of the 6. My leading Z.
That's what it's there for.
So it's very frustrating
with the Imperial culture, we understand that the lead TIE fighter is there to die. We don't whine about this shit.
So here we have probably the second B-Wing shooting at the Z to the left, and
It just sounds like a bomb. That's the
Oh,
problem.
man.
Like, we could try and keep it together, but it sounds like a bomb. And
That's
it's really
good
fucking
stuff.
sucks.
nothing.
guys.
Everything's fine. Everything's
Everything's
fine.
fine.
Don't come in here.
man.
John, put that away.
It's too good. It's too good. I can't help it.
We're trying to broadcast here.
So some dice hacking.
Family programming.
Yeah, so another Z lost both shields. So he killed. That's 6 damage coming from the B-Wings just now. And that's the end of that round of firing. So I think it's a good trade for Hunter, actually, in the end, because he got rid of a B-Wing. And
Yeah.
every time a gun comes off the board, that's amazing for Han.
Yeah.
And there's a chance with those Z's firing first, he's really going to chew into another B-Wing on the next turn. So we'll see how this plays out.
And what I was saying before with that boost that he did there, and like Jaws mentioned, it got him farther away. And like the only move in either situation was a 1-turn. And the fact that he's farther away now, he's going to have to 1-turn and then boost to get back into the fight. It's really the same thing he was going to do before, except he's farther now. So, I mean, again, you kind of have to think about these things 2 turns ahead. I'm not by any means criticizing the play, but in my mind, I think if he had done a 1-turn from his previous position and then boosted, he'll actually be in the fight. And I'm actually kind of wondering if he'll get shots here. With
Yeah, it'll
Han.
be interesting because the Z's now
I don't think
pretty
so.
likely to block that B.
Yeah.
I don't see that B moving any faster than 1.
Yeah,
But-
it's going to be tough for Han to be in this fight. That's a problem with Han. I think it actually goes back to rounds when the Bs were kind of trying to come around the big asteroid in the upper right. That I almost thought it might have been, more aggressive play would be to get behind the B-Wings. Because with the Z's coming in the front and then Han coming from behind, I mean, that maybe 2 of those B-Wings would be down by now. So, but he took the very safe play. We'll see how that plays out as the game goes on.
So here we have multiple ship activations, it looked like. A little measuring going on there, but let's fly casual. Although this is a premier event according to FFG rules. We shall continue to fly casual. So
The Bs are coming forward. That look like a 3. Yes. Remeasuring here by Jesse.
So trying to check for a bump. Looks
I
like
see.
it must have been a bump.
yeah, but he should fit on the other side, shouldn't he? Maybe not.
Honestly, if he bumps, it's not terrible because he still gets to shoot at the Z's. Because if he was doing a 3 there and got past them, yeah, I mean this isn't. Well, I take that back. He might actually bump and still not get a shot here. So
And he's going to be...
Yeah, that arc isn't on the back right.
He's interesting. He's only going to hit his buddy.
Yeah, he's going to hit the middle B-wing there.
Again, it's not terrible, but not great.
He's got a target lock on the lead Z, so he's going to be hitting that guy pretty hard. Some sloppy play there.
Yeah, right.
There's like some ships being
This isn't the semifinals.
Asteroid being knocked around. It happens. It's tough when you have that many ships that close together.
And you got to also consider like the pressure these guys are under right now. I mean, it's been a long day. You've played 6 rounds of X-Wing already. Actually, no, this was 5 rounds in this one.
So this was their 6th round.
So this was their 6th round of play. And, to keep it together for that long it's got to be draining. And we know firsthand, all of us here, how taxing a regionals competition can be.
Definitely. And just going back to the B-Wings and those 3 straights, it looks like he's trying to bypass the Zs and go straight for Han, but by doing so, he might actually just give Han a shot here, where Han might not have gotten a shot if he had just done 1 forwards with the Bs. So he's going straight for Han, which I guess is sort of, he's thinking if he doesn't kill it in here, he's out of luck. But I think by doing that, he's going to give Han a shot here. So I'm
you
sure.
Do it while you still have ships on the board.
That's true. That's very true.
Han has a chance to boost right here, and then kind of escape out into the open though, which is not good either way. I think it's. He might have been better off just going at the Zs, but I understand the fear because once you lose another B-Wing, I mean, that's pretty much it.
They did the target lock trick here to see if he's in range here.
So see, is he going to boost into a shot? That's
totally
not allowed.
We're continuing to fly casual. Everything's fine. We promise you this was the semifinals of a regionals in Jersey.
If you're not sure if that's against the rules, Alex Davey has actually explicitly said before that you cannot measure anything with your hands, booster barrel rolls.
It looks like, was it Hunter here decided not to boost into range of that B-Wing?
Yeah.
And just evade. And he's just playing the long game here and just wants to kind of save his shots. But we'll see how that works out.
Have the Z's chip in while...
Yeah, basically he's willing to sacrifice the Z's for Han in the end game.
MOV doesn't matter here, just wins. Win or go home.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm not sure how I feel about that because, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen to Han there? He would take 2 damage maximum with 3PO.
Yeah.
And probably
get the die
put
roll.
out.
Oh no, he probably still two die rolls. And you
he would get
get
Predator.
3PO.
Yeah,
and Predator. I mean, you have a chance to do damage without taking more than 1 B shot. I don't see why you do that. But Han's doing fine. Han will be fine.
It's another Z dead now.
But yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, I mean this matchup looks really bad for the Z's at this point. So I guess it'll work out in the end because he can just bypass 1 Z for sure. We'll see where he goes to try and guess what Han's doing because Han could go both left or right. I mean, he has a lot of options right now.
So we're back to dials, and the lone Z will take a 1 forward. Because I think a K turn might have bumped into that Z, or sorry, that B. So we take the action of a focus.
A bank for the lead B-Wing, hoping to get Han in his sights. Takes the target lock on Han.
That's a rough position for that B-Wing to be in. That's in arc dodging, like right in the range where a hard turn and a boost in either direction puts him out of range, or a 3 bank to the right.
Yeah. That sweet spot.
It's very, very hard to deal with a boosting big ship like this. If you can't block it, I mean, he set himself up for a good next turn. So,
and it looks like the second B couldn't take the target lock, so the focus hit came in there. Out of range 3, but that Han is soon to move.
3 straight for the last B and a focus. Han takes a 3 bank. Let's see. Looks like plenty of room, and then we'll probably just boost right on out of there.
Wow, he might. He might dodge all of them.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
He's gone.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just
Han
thinking.
Is gone.
I was just thinking last turn, like if he'd done a 2-turn with that lead B and then barrel roll to try and block, that might have been sort of. It would be risky, but he needs to have a way to block Han in, and now he's just going to be boosting around that back edge of the board, and the B-Wings aren't going to be able to keep up, so...
It looks like he might get shot by one of them, but it's hard to tell from this angle.
Maybe the leftmost one, I suppose.
That's what I was
but
thinking.
Even then,
It'd be
that's going to
close,
be
yeah.
probably range 2.
That was really risky by Han, too. I mean, he basically took a chance of getting blocked there when he could have just done a 1-turn or a 2-turn. And it looks like it's going to pay off. But there was a very good chance that 3-bank was going to get blocked. So right here, he took a big gamble, and looks like it's going to pay off.
Han the gambler.
Yeah, I guess that's fitting.
Yeah.
Quite thematic.
He's going to take that range 1 shot with Predator. It's just amazing amount of damage going to come right here, probably.
Yep, so we start with 2 hits. Predator on the rerolls and
Yeah.
4 hits.
4 hits.
Yeah, that Tiger Woods fist pump.
That's so I think we have 2 B-wings that are significantly down shields,
One
Yep.
with 2 shields and one with 1.
and one with full.
Yeah.
It's still not bad, but
Interesting on his Tiger priority there. Like, he chose to shoot at the range 1 B-wing as opposed to the one that was already hurt.
yeah, there was one with 1 shield at the time, or 2 shields maybe. Yeah, I think
I mean,
that's interesting too. But
I guess
But if
Maybe
you're
you
not
want-
going to get hurt, really, and,
No, I guess
and
he
you have a
wants-
chance to deal some major damage, which he
Sure.
just did, like, why not take that?
Yeah, but it's
And
also
you have
the
a
chance
full
to get
health
guns.
Han. Why not take the range 1?
yeah, I mean, but I
would have done the same thing.
I actually probably would have shot the ship with no or 1 shield, and because that ship, you know that next turn it's basically guaranteed dead.
Mhm.
Well, now he doesn't have that. There's no ship he can guarantee dead on the next turn.
Right.
Here come
The
the
2Ks.
2Ks.
And Han again, if he turns right, I mean, he's not in that arc. So,
Yeah.
but that would be predicting that he's going to do that move. So we'll see how this goes.
Right, if the B-Wings head
Just
turn towards the middle of the board. Oh, well, trying to cover all
Yeah, we're
of
going
us.
to get some firing arcs here.
Is that a bump? Looks like not
No, I don't
quite.
think
It's
so.
hard to tell.
Nope, it's not a bump, and
There's the focus. Let's see about this last B-Wing. Blue.
that's a K. That's
Huh.
interesting.
Yeah, not gonna get... Well...
Well, somebody's shooting Han.
Right.
Yeah.
no matter what, somebody is shooting Han. It might not be enough with 3PO there if one
Oh,
of
yeah.
these bees is shooting Han, especially with 2 of them without dice modifiers.
I mean, this is the kind of decisions that Han forces, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
with that engine is just so good.
Yeah, and so
Oh.
he's in 1, or he's
Yeah.
in 2 arcs, 1 at long range, 1 at closer range.
And the thing is, you can't gamble on pointing them all in the
can't
same direction because he'll just go the other way.
Can't touch the board. It's killing me.
I think you just evade right here and just shoot the closer one.
I don't know.
That's probably range 1.
I don't mind a boost. Like, it gets him out of that.
Yeah.
Gets him in the range 3 of that K-turn
Yeah.
B-wing. So
And
He sets
probably
things
gets
up
him
for
out of the
next
range
turn.
of the middle one,
Yeah,
too.
it depends on if he's in
Or
that guy's
firing
arc.
Yeah.
yeah. And also the boost sets
Looks
up a
good.
Z for a better maneuver
Oh,
next
stop.
turn. Because right
Stop
now
it.
he's in his own Z's way. He needs to get out of that way.
Hunter, stop it.
Oh.
I can't believe that.
Damn.
They
Yeah,
didn't
nobody
say
called. Nobody
anything.
said that. Yeah, the
No.
TO didn't say anything. The opposing player is okay with that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't fly in NYC X-Wing.
I mean, even in our casual games, I mean that just personally, it's the spirit
Oh,
of
are
the game.
they
is
using New
all-
Jersey rules?
What
That's
is-
oh.
Yeah, it definitely kills some of the spirit of the game, which is an entirely basically spatial awareness game. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see how much that pays off here.
Yeah, let's see if he's out of arc or out of range of the rear B-wing or not.
I don't hate that boost. It's a good move immediately, but I think it sets him up for some strange maneuvers next turn. So again,
Especially
it's sort
from
of
the
that.
Z as well.
It's sort of that
limiting.
immediate gain versus future options, and he's sort of taking the immediate gain over future options. And it's a call you got to make during the game. It's hard to say one way or the other. I kind of like where Han is right now, so it's kind of the safe play. He doesn't want to take a lot of damage, and he can turn either way. His Z's going to cover his rear, so.
Predator reroll.
Looks like just a hit and a
So hitting the
crit.
crit, yep. And a blank from the B.
Yeah, B has shields though.
3 shields down.
I mean, it's what's crazy about Fat Han is you look at this and you think this is an incredible amount of work these B-Wings have to do. That's a lot of work.
And they're having trouble even getting gun zone.
Right, yeah.
Never mind chipping away at
See if
this
he
massive amount
can
of
get
health.
a crit on this. I might have evaded that completely.
Yeah, it looks like he did.
That's a big deal. It looked like he had rolled a crit. Could have gone through on that B-Wing. Let's see what the B-Wings do.
Looks like 2 crits.
Nope.
And
Must have been a 3. His
3PO
3PO guess
yep,
is 0.
3PO gets 0. Take only 1 shield damage. But first blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only
Drawing,
shot.
yeah, that's. And what are we? 1B down.
Yeah.
One B down, and then 2 that are very, very close to going down.
I mean, it's still feasible. If the B-Wings can get some really good crits, I mean, that can always bail you out when you're up against these big ships. 1 or 2 good crits, and it can change the game.
Yeah.
So.
It's got to get through those shields first.
I think at this point, Jesse would need to make some really good hard reads, figure out which way he was going, and trap him in a corner.
Yeah. This is a 50-50 here
Yeah,
about where Han's
it's a
going.
total 50-50.
It's a tough call.
I mean, he can almost assume he's going left because he knows the Z is there. I mean, obviously he couldn't know that when he was planning, but I don't know if he could have really made a 1 turn to the right with the Z there.
No.
So.
No, but I think all turns are safe here. So the Bees swoop in, trying to cover perhaps both the left and the right, but either way it would be at long range. And clears the stress with the last B. We've got focuses for all 3.
I mean, this is a chance to do some damage depending on how far Han can get.
Goes to the left, just as John predicted.
Again, 50-50
2
at that
turn
point.
here. Yep.
Another boost, probably.
Yeah, you only want to get shot by the front left B, and if he boosts, it looks like a good chance of doing that. And with Predator, with Predator, you don't have to worry about focusing, or with 3PO, you don't have to worry about evading. So you can just fly around the board like you're in a Millennium Falcon, and pretend you're gonna win everything. Kill the Death Star, whatever.
Be a jerk, be all the ladies, win all the things.
So he boosted. We'll see if that gets him out of all the arcs. I think the back guy's a little far. The guy on the right might.
That's perfect though. He's shooting 1 B at a time, whittling him down, running around the edge of the board.
Maybe these Bees will be able to turn in and do something about this corner, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to trap him in that corner. That's the best thing you can do against any fast ship, is trap him in the corner. Anybody who plays Dash, anybody who plays Suntir, the last place you want to be is in that corner. So this is the next turn is where he's going to have to try and do something to stop Han from running away.
I think next turn he's got the Falcon in a good position here.
He
don't worry about the Z.
He has 1 play basically.
Yeah,
I mean, he's going to shoot the Z with what he has left. I'm sure if he can't hit Han.
Ah, man, so much damage coming through.
Yeah, crit. Z got a crit through.
What is that? It wasn't a direct hit. We know that much.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like maybe structural damage or something. He didn't have to roll for it, so it wasn't an explosion.
Or sensor array.
Yeah, something like that.
It'd be really nice if you could take.
All right, he's got 3 hits against Han.
Yeah.
I wonder what he guessed there.
So 2 shields. So we are down to 2 left on Han. 2 shields.
Doesn't have a shot on Han with any other Bs, I don't think.
No. The other 2 are a little bit out of range.
Shooting the Z.
And 2 hits and a crit, it looks like.
You can take
Z's
it out.
rolling a blank and
Let's see,
a
did
blank.
he roll completely
Yeah,
blank?
there's a crit
Yep.
coming through.
Yep.
See what it is.
Not a direct hit.
Not
A blinded pilot, perhaps? No, never mind. It's one
It's
we
got
roll
some
for
sort of
later.
action.
He could definitely kill this Z, but I mean, at this point, that's not much of a
Doink.
victory.
I mean, getting another gun off the table isn't bad. The Z
Only
is
1
pretty
hit.
good.
Nice,
1 of
still
8.
alive
1 of
too.
8.
It's just annoying. Yeah.
Sometimes those Z's are deceptively formidable.
You have to remember that Z is going to shoot first next round. Could probably kill that B-Wing with 1 hole left. And then Han doesn't have to worry about that one. I mean, Han could shoot it first and get it off the board completely, actually. Probably the best play. So obviously Han's going left.
You never know. It might take him 4 minutes to decide. I mean, he might go straight. You never know.
3 bank from the Z to try and muck up the works
He's gonna have to
of
think
the
about it.
B's. John's not salty about anything. Nothing at all.
Well,
Well, okay, reasonable salt. Sorry. I don't want to be. But.
Reasonable salt.
Well, John, it's more John being salty for me, actually.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this turn goes. Wow, I'm surprised that he's doing that with that B-wing.
Right, yeah, you
I
expect...
guess-
Well, a 2-turn something.
I think he
Yeah.
probably wants
I don't
to
understand,
He wants to
um,
take the Z off the board. I think is that what he's thinking right
But
there.
that B's doing nothing now is the thing.
Yeah.
So
It was a tough call. Like, he might have thought the Z was going to go straight one, take it off the board. The other two were going to turn left and get it Han. Because honestly, if the B did do two turn left, I don't think he would have had Han in range. Maybe. I don't know.
true.
He would have been more of a position to get him in range next turn, because
Yeah.
now he's got 2 turns or so where he's
Yeah.
not to me.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take an extra turn to get to him.
Here comes that 2-turn from the lead B, though. Definitely going in for as hard an offense as possible. This is the chance. If there's going to be any damage done to Han, gotta get him here.
And like we said, if he gets a good crit, I mean, it can do wonders. That weapon malfunction where he gets like that -1 primary
Yeah.
weapon, it can do a lot.
Yeah, especially against B-wings, you need to chew through them.
A bank from the last
Structural
B-wing.
damage is devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good crits.
A lot of
Yeah,
good crits.
so he's going to be in both arcs for sure here.
Yeah, and I don't
Boost or
think you
not.
boost here. I think you just evade.
I just would be, well, yeah, I guess you don't worry too much about being blocked next turn because
You
he's
just
still
target
gonna
the other one. You
hit a
eliminate
Z-
the
yeah,
fire from one of them.
hit
yeah.
a B-wing hard.
Han takes the evade.
There's not many bad choices with Han when the B-wings are whittled down like this.
Yeah.
But you're right, you know, who knows, maybe we'll get critted. But so it looks like he took the evade.
Yeah.
2 hits and a crit. And that is the
That's
last
the
crit.
end of that B-wing.
That B is Dunzo.
Ouch.
Oh, and that's the one that had one of the better shots.
Yep.
So now you have one B-wing that's pretty much out of the fight in terms of Han.
This
I mean,
is,
this
so
is
he's
bad.
playing right into Han's game
Yeah.
as far as just picking off one at a time, kiting them. It's going to be tough for these B-wings to get any damage on them if they're not firing together.
Z fires 2 hits
Yeah, looks like
and
2.
1.
Yeah.
No,
He
2.
rolled a focus and he's not going to spend it.
Yeah. You gotta get an offense somehow, right? Even if it's. I don't know.
Looks like he's got obstructed too, which
Oh,
I'm
Wow.
super happy about.
Wow.
Gross.
Oh,
We'll see.
Oh
So
no,
you
that's
have
good
3
for him
hits.
because then 3PO wasn't as effective.
3 hits against.
Right? That's how it is.
Now he's deciding what he's gonna call
Just
on.
guess
Right.
Just
zero.
guess 0. Yeah. And there's the 0. So
Oh,
1 evade.
wow.
So 2 shields should be the last 2 shields. Oh, the
No,
evade
no, and
token.
he had the evade
Only
token.
1
shield.
shield damage.
1 shield.
Oh
Han gives
man.
no fucks
Yeah,
whatsoever.
you pretty much guess 0
Yeah.
uniformly. You know, unless it's a shot that needs to keep you alive.
Yep.
This is such a good card. It's pretty absurd.
Thanks, Alex.
And that Z is just gonna be around basically. Cause problems for this B-wing, which might not live through this turn either.
Oof. So he's gonna. Oh, that was that a. Yeah, that
That's
was a
a
bump. Yeah. 2 turn. Ooh.
The 2-turn with hopes that Han is going to try and go real far here, but even a 3-bank from Han.
Would be risky. He could make it, but it'd be risky. But there would be no point in him
Yeah.
That's
flying so fast.
the only way.
It just,
So this is definitely a read at trying to say that Han is going to rabbit this turn. And so if Hunter slow rolls Han,
I think
this
he's
will
gonna
be
slow roll.
dangerous.
Yeah,
I mean,
for-
judging from his play previously, he's pretty safe. I don't think he's gonna make any 3-bank plays here.
Yep.
Good
It's like a
call,
hard
yeah.
one. Yeah,
Yep.
that's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with the boost, and you overcommit to moves that you think, oh, he's going to boost out of my arc, so I have to overcommit, but then you undershoot Han undershoots those Bs, and that's it. You just pointed them in the wrong direction for another round.
And it looks like there was already a target lock on Han from that B.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you wanted to do that one turn, then I mean, you could have still had modified dice and had a better shot than this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real bad maneuver.
Better than
Han spends the focus for 4 hits.
4 hits coming out the B, and a blank.
Yeah, it's a dead.
And that's
another
another
bye.
dead
Goodbye.
B. Good B.
I'm guessing he'll shoot at that Z just to get it off the board, but I mean, there's like almost nothing he can do at this point.
Getting it off the board.
Target lock. Looks like 2 hits and a crit. With 1 evade, so there will be
The end of the Z.
death.
So we're 1-on-1 with a pretty much full health B-Wing. But Han's sitting at 9 hit points right now. So they're equal in hit points, but one has far more tools and a primary weapon turret. I mean, it's very, very tough at this point. There's little that Hunter could possibly do.
Yeah.
Jesse goes for a conservative play of 1 forward, hoping to simply keep him in his arc, but that seems like a tough proposition.
Or has so far seemed as such.
Insightful.
He's just going straight at him.
Oh, Hunter wants blood. Hunter's coming for you.
I mean, this is probably not the ideal place to be, but
The man's playing.
he's gonna cancel 2 damage.
Yeah.
So at most,
Why not
2's
roll
going
4
through.
dice with the 2 rerolls, you know?
He's gonna
Hans
on
it.
it.
Hans. Oh!
Very aggressive.
Little
Aggressive
splashy
comment.
dice here.
Dice swagger. I love it.
2 hits.
2 hits. 1
It's
evade,
like an
1
evade.
shield.
Wow.
Here we go. This is the trade-off you didn't want.
So this is really,
This-
really good for Jesse. Like
Yeah,
the fact that Han
absolutely.
is in his arc, range 1, he could possibly get 4 hits.
Good call on the
Takes the
target lock
target
there.
lock.
Oh, he blanked!
Ah.
Oh, it blanked on the rerolls. Only 1 crit. Guessing
And
0 and 3PO.
It was like, I'm grabbing
Nothing.
evade and 3PO. I could
that's-
not
Oh.
possibly care.
Oh,
Oh.
And
you
I-
heartbreaker.
I mean, wow, actually, I'm surprised here. Now, he can't even do a 2K because Han's
No.
base is too big. So this puts the B-Wing in a really awkward
Yeah,
spot.
this is terrible. I mean, that was the worst thing that could have ever happened. That he
Yeah.
could roll 1 hit. That's just an auto cancel.
And so this is when the referee called disqualification on Hunter. No, I'm just kidding. For removing the ship off the base.
Oh yeah, don't even get us started on that.
Oh man.
A 2-turn from Han.
Are we move? What's going?
Yeah, Han just turned.
Oh, okay.
The B-Wing.
The B-Wing just bumped.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything.
So it doesn't look like it's going to be a shot for Jesse here.
No, it's gonna be a brutal one from Han.
I think, in retrospect, the 2-turn, taking a focus, even if it is just 1 focus, might have been better. It sets him up for a 2K next turn and get back in the fight. But here, it's just, he's taking range 1 shots all day.
3 damage coming.
1 focus. That's going to be 3.
All his shields, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 shield left actually. So 4 hull and a 9 hull Han. That's fun to see.
Yeah, that turn was really hard to watch, where that target lock came up blank. But I mean, it will happen.
There's a risky 2-turn
Oh, no.
from the last B.
Oh, no.
Where is he at?
Oh.
Where is it?
Is that on the asteroid?
I think it looks safe. We'll see.
Oh,
Oh,
he just
the corner.
navigated that.
The corner. So close. Is that?
It's gonna be so hard to get Han in arc, though.
Oh
He
man.
can still just boost
Yeah,
out.
two
next
turn on with Han and then boost. Let's
Either
see what-
direction.
What
Any-
happens.
any
And he's
button.
anticipating that. He's anticipating that. Check this out.
He's
is
guessing
great.
that he's going to the right.
This is a good call. The fire control. You have modified dice.
Ballsy.
I think you take it.
Yeah, I guess at this point he's just being aggressive and doing the 50-50 and hoping that Han went the right. Looks like he did not go the direction he wanted. It's,
1 forward.
it's just,
And that's, I mean, that's a safe move. You evade here. You get an obstructed
Again,
range
obstruction
2-shot.
is better for Jesse here because 3PO just doesn't understand what to do as soon as you have to. The game is now totally in Jesse's favor. No.
I mean, Jesse's still getting shot.
Three eyeballs, so Hans.
like one hit.
One hit. There we go. That's an evade.
He's gonna trigger Gunner.
Gunner.
Oh, I hate Hans
It's
so
so
much.
devastating.
For the first time in this game, and now he's gonna get a much better shot.
Yeah,
Three
three
hits.
hits. 2 evades.
So
And
you got 2 evades.
Yeah,
last
The last shield.
Yeah. No, that was the
crits
Yeah.
come in.
Oh.
So it was 2 hits and a crit.
So
No, just
he
two
got a
hits.
munitions failure because he flipped his flechette torpedo.
Oh.
If he was ever going to use it, we
Now
know now that there will be no flechette torpedoes fired in this game.
Called,
we were
right?
hoping to
John,
bring
John
you-
called that one.
Just
Yeah, this is just
Rough.
not.
It's
He's
hard to
getting-
watch, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting the shots. I'm surprised the B-wing's actually still shooting at Han, but just the dice are.
It's getting good positioning. Yeah, I can't argue that.
yeah, but Han has so much dice mitigation. You know.
Yeah, at this
The
point, he
B
just
takes
doesn't.
a 2 forward, I believe that was, and is going to focus to go along with that fire controlled target lock.
That was amazing navigation around that asteroid.
That was
very
really
fun.
nice
Yeah.
little move. Disqualification.
Yep. We can all go home now.
All right. Good
Yeah, I
game,
mean-
guys.
GG's.
So that was a 1 turn
Yeah.
from Han.
And just focus, I would say. 'cause
Yeah,
you're
just
gonna put the
KO.
damage.
Yeah,
He's like,
there's
yeah.
the focus.
Whatever.
Taking 3 shots at range 2. And he
Yeah.
just, yep,
That's
3,
it.
2 damage coming through.
There's the
only 1 hull
handshake.
left. And that's the game.
Congratulations to Hunter for winning the first round of the elimination bracket. He advances to the top 4 and keeps up his undefeated ways. He'll be flying against his fellow Washington, D.C. competitor, Steve Dodd.
The other table also pits brother against brother, as both Matt Montu and James Hedgepeth, who just knocked out Cal, are from the Philadelphia area. War is truly hell.
Thanks for watching this NYC X-Wing Regionals video. Subscribe for more.
Follow us at NYC X-Wing on Twitter and join the conversation on our Facebook group.
John and Mike, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Yep, appreciate it.
For NYC X-Wing, I'm Jaws.
And I'm Cal Neuvost.
You're trembling.
I'm not trembling.